Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lucas Kwatutanjulua. My student number is 24429048, and my module code is FBC 152. And today I'm here to educate you guys about interpersonal communication in business. All right. What is interpersonal communication? Interpersonal communication, it's a communication between two people or more. It's either verbal or non-verbal. So this in business, it builds a good relationship and it makes a better working team or a better working environment. Okay, why is interpersonal communication important in business? Okay, there are three things. Number one, we build trust and understanding. Building trust means that when communication is clear, we get to trust what they say, and then we get to trust even the receiver that they are carrying out that message given to them. And understanding, it's key. We need to understand what we are sent or what is communicated between the two of us or more in a group. Okay, this reduces conflicts, whereby there won't be any conflict if we're in the same language. Definitely, if we are all speaking one language, so there won't be this everybody want to bring up this and this. As long as we have a good communication, everybody understands what's going on, and then there will be no conflicts or confusions. So this also leads to improvement of teamwork and collaborations. So it's very important that communication must be clear and clean for the next person to convey the right message. Okay, there are key elements of interpersonal communication in business. There's a sender, as I mentioned previously, and there's a receiver. Okay, let's talk about a sender. A sender is somebody who gives the message across, and the receiver is somebody who gets the message from the sender. So these two, they should have good communication. You understand? There should be communication because we both need to carry the same message given, and we also need to receive the message given to us. Okay, the same message. A message can be maybe just me being quiet during the meeting. We'll be like, oh, this guy is always quiet in every meeting, but has been active in previous meetings. So we're wondering now what's really bothering him. So there's a message in it that we also need to take in, like, no, we have to address it as a manager of the business. And there's feedback. Feedback can be either from your colleagues or from a company where you supply things. So that feedback should also be looked into with a clear, with a passionate heart. So it helps the business to grow and make better decisions next time. All right, types of interpersonal communications. We have verbal, as mentioned previously. Verbal involves words, tones, phone call, or any form of communication which is verbal. We talk about speaking. It's verbal. Yes, we should have that across. And there's also non-verbal, whereby I only give you a body language like no, that's not right. And then you'll be like, this man is not in a good spirit today, or whatever I'm doing is not right, or give you a facial expression, or I just give you a hand signal. So that's also verbal, non-verbal actually. And then we also have to look into listening. Listening involves active. Yes, you need to be very active. You listen attentively to messages given across or to you understand, and you also need to be focused. Focus helps you understand what is really being said or given to you. And we also need to pay attention. Attention is very important. We need to pay attention to small details when it comes to business or in communication. We have to. So there are barriers to communication. Yes, there's a lot of things can go wrong really there. So when there is poor communication in business, if let's say for example we don't communicate on things that are happening. We don't communicate on certain materials being wasted. We don't communicate on late coming at work. This can really cause the business to crumble, to go down, and at the end of the day we are in losses because we do not communicate, we do not listen proper, we do not carry out the messages as supposed to be. There's also culture differences. In business we found different tribes: Xhosa, Vambos, the Maras, and Indians. So we all have different cultures or beliefs, so we have to accommodate or make rooms for each other's differences to avoid certain things that will go against people's cultures. And also emotions and stress can also cause this barrier into the business, and this will also lead us to a misunderstanding of body language. So we have to be very careful when we communicate in these areas. Okay, how to improve in these communication areas or barriers or anything that's dragging the communication down. Number one, we need to listen actively. Definitely listening is very important. It's a key, and we told it's a skill. We need to listen, we need to know what's going on, and we need to be very, very clear and polite when we communicate. We need to be very polite and clear. We need to give the message out clear. Okay, we need to also watch our body languages. As I previously mentioned, there's also misunderstanding of body language in the previous slide, that body language can also cause misunderstanding in a business. So questions should be asked and feedback should be given. So when you raise your question, get feedback, and so the communication go hand in hand. You ask, you answer, you get feedback, you rectify, or so that's basically it. Okay, there are real life examples of this communication, especially in companies. For example, you send your colleague or anybody in the department of, let's say, operations. You'll be like, okay, so say Marcus, go and get for us a forklift. This gentleman does not get the message, and he will definitely bring a truck instead of a forklift. So that's already a misunderstood message, whereby the team member misunderstood that it's wrong info. So make sure that when you give information, allow people to repeat what you have said. That will improve their communication in a very long run. It will also help the company grow. Then we also need to give clear, calm conversation. Helps you when you are clear and you are calm, the person gets comfortable to listen to you and take in what you really have to say to them. So this shows the value of good communication in business. My final thoughts of communication or interpersonal communication is this helps in many places, just not in business. It can either be your workplace, at home, in your personal life, or anywhere you go. So you really need to understand what communication is all about, and you need to have a clear picture of what communication is all about. We need to keep practicing this so we get better day by day, and it's essential for everybody. Either you are in a company, you are not in a company, you are starting a business, or you already have a business, you need to have clear communication skills. And you also need to uplift those that needs and share a word with them and help them become better people when it comes to communicating in business. So you do not just look down on anybody who does not understand. We need to push each other so we can be on the same level of understanding or communication, so we do not fall into a same trap where everybody is regarding business. So I want to say thank you very much for the opportunity. I hope for any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you very much. Have a blessed one.